This is a massive week for European football.
The next 8 clubs to face each other, 4 of which will be leaving the biggest tournament in the world.
Some very big teams are going home with nothing.
This is the deciding fixtures, and we're here to predict them. And on that note, I want 15,000 likes.
No chance.
Let's prove this old man wrong.
And the first game is Bayern Munich against RB Salzburg. It's top of the German Bundesliga against top of the Austrian Bundesliga. What a tasty fixture this is, I think.
Dad, how does it feel to be a Bayern Munich backer? What happened to your 2-0 first leg prediction?
I'll tell you what happened. Philip Kern, the goalkeeper, he was the difference. It was a good tie, wasn't it, Theo?
It was a good tie, and to all you mugs, those Bayern fans that roasted me in the comments, saying that all I said was a load of rubbish and Bayern are going to go batter Salzburg 5-0. It ended 1-1, and if it wasn't for the 90th minute, Salzburg could have won.
That is true. Adamu came on as a substitute early on. He got an early goal. What a good goal it was too. And Kingsley Coman, Theo. How often do I big up that man? I thought he was man of the match.
See, this is a deciding fixture, and right now in the Bavarian region of Germany, I don't think they've got many fans inside the stadium. In fact, they might have none, and that's playing a big factor in the fall of Bayern Munich. Will they potentially be knocked out by the Austrian champions?
Absolutely no chance. I tell you what, Bayern Munich, Theo, they are royalty of Europe. They've won this tournament 6 times. In that first leg, 72% possession.
Fine.
They should have won it. Now, for me, Theo, what happened was we all talk about Lewandowski and Müller, don't we? When we're talking about Bayern Munich.
I'll speak about Müller. Last game, 1-1 draw against Leverkusen, Müller own goal.
Yes, I know.
Things are falling into place right now. An upset's on the cards.
But I tell you what, Kingsley Coman I thought was absolutely superb. He was involved in 27 duels, Theo.
Yeah.
He won 17 of them. Key passes. He got the late goal. Magnificent.
At the end of the day, this is at the Allianz Arena. They've got all the hard hitters. Musiala, Coman, Gnabry, Sané, Lewandowski, Müller, if he's not scoring own goals. They're going to go for it. Absolutely. The most likely score here is probably about 4-0 Bayern Munich. But let's give the Austrians some respect, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Adamu impressed me in the Austrian team. He scored the vital goal for Salzburg in the first leg. But the one who partners with him up top is Adeyemi. Now, he's got interest from Barcelona, Real Madrid, even Bayern Munich. So imagine he was to score against potentially his future club.
Yeah, but Theo, you've not even mentioned Kimmich yet. I thought he was superb in the first game. And Benjamin Pavard, late on, he made a crucial block. But I've got to mention Philip Kern again. There was one double save that he made that was magnificent. So I tell you what about the Austrians, Theo. 18 points clear, aren't they, in their Bundesliga?
Yeah, they don't even have to worry. It's
Bayern
done.
Munich away is a different gravy.
Bayern still have to have a little thought at the back of mind of Dortmund. Austrians don't need to care. Aronson, the American creative attacking midfielder, I really like him. He could cause a problem. Having said all this, I'm not going to go and back Austria here. I know I did in the first leg, and I was nearly correct. I'm going to go for the most obvious scoreline because Bayern Munich are not going to get knocked out the Champions League. Realistically, that's not going to happen. I'm going to go 3-0 Bayern.
Wow, do you know what, Theo? I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go 3-1. I think it's going to be a comfortable home win. I don't think it'll be close.
However, an upset is always on the cards, and if it was to happen, it wouldn't massively surprise me.
And the next game is Liverpool against Inter Milan. It's second in the Premier League against top of Serie A. And now in the first leg, Theo, in Italy, quite a good close first half. But then late on, Bobby Firmino, deflected header. Salah with a deflected shot. I tell you what, Liverpool were good, weren't they?
It bores me to speak about Liverpool because they just win every week. Doesn't matter on the competition. Jurgen Klopp's one of 8 managers to be 50 UCL winning matches, which is a crazy record. They're 12 unbeaten right now. I could sit here and give you positive facts about Liverpool. I want to look at it from a different perspective. Do Inter have a chance of coming back in this game?
Look back to the first game, Theo. You've got Dzeko and you've got Lautaro Martinez up front. They hit the bar early on. And if it hadn't been for that, if that had gone in, it could be a very different game.
But this is at Anfield. It's a different ball game. They never really lose at Anfield, apart from that Atletico game, which is a bit weird, wasn't it?
I think what the Italians need is an early goal, Theo. And those two lads, they know how to put the ball in the net.
One thing for Inter is, like Liverpool, they're in a title race at the top of their domestic league. So you do think in the back of your mind, they throw away this second leg, and yeah, they might lose and just sit back and accept it, and all focus goes on winning the Serie A.
I was impressed with them early defensively.
Yeah.
I thought Skriniar was absolutely superb.
You've got a lot of positives to say about Inter for a team that lost 2-0 at home. You know, only 1 in 41 instances where they play the first leg at home and lose 2-0, they come back to go through in the second leg away. It rarely happens. And if you really think Inter have that against this Liverpool side, you're a mug. I'm sorry, guys. If there's anyone backing Inter in this game in the comments, please speak up, because I generally will call you a mug.
Well, I'll tell you what, first game, 2 shots on target for Liverpool and 2 goals, but it was a great team performance. And I tell you who impressed me the most. I've got to say this. Andrew Robertson, Theo, I thought was spectacular in that game.
Okay, let's go back to our predictions here at Anfield. I'm going for another boring 2-0 Liverpool. I'm sorry, they will go through. Do you think they have the ability to rest players in this game?
I don't think they will, to be quite honest. I think they'll play with a very strong squad. I think Liverpool will win this 3-1. I think they're too good for everyone at the moment.
This is the thing. Like, I remember when they had a weakened team and they were playing Origi up top, and they went back from a 3-0 aggregate to win 4-0 at home. Do you remember against Barcelona?
Yes.
So even with a full-strength team, I'm sorry, they're not bottlers. Liverpool Football Club are not bottlers. They will go through. Tell us in the comments your prediction.
Manchester City against Sporting Club de Portugal. It's top of the Premier League against second in the Portuguese league. First leg 5-0. Do we even need to talk about this?
I seriously might just walk out this video. It's boring kind of predicting on who's going to go through, because it's kind of obvious at this point. I do feel bad for Sporting. 6 a point adrift of their own domestic league. They just got knocked out the semi-final of their own cup. They're going into a first leg margin that has never been overturned. It looks like they're not going to win anything this year, and that for Sporting fans is gutting. A club with great history, loads of legends. Ronaldo, they brought him up. The last time they beat an English team in England was Middlesbrough in 04-05. They couldn't even beat Bolton.
I know. I suppose the big question here, Theo, is what team will Man City play? They could play an absolute second team, and it could be 1-1.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that first leg, because there's 2 goals I want to talk about.
Right.
Bernardo Silva's first goal. That volley was spectacular. I think it's better than Mahrez's volley at the weekend.
Not only did he take the piss in Portugal, where he's from, against Manchester United last night, he never stopped running. He was running at the keeper in the 90th minute when he's already run more than twice of a midfield United player. That guy loves Manchester City. He will die for that shirt. I mean, Pep's just making it click this season. They could win the Prem and the Champions League, you know.
Absolutely. Bernardo Silva was brilliant, but also Raheem Sterling's goal was absolutely superb. Great performances from the likes of Foden as well.
Well, Foden,
they're just magnificent.
Against United, on form. Him, De Bruyne, the way they work and understand each other. Riyad Mahrez, that volley goal was stupendous. He's on banging form, but I get the feeling City are going to rest these players. They've got a Premier League title race to withstand. They've got a Champions League later fixtures where it's massive. I think they can throw in a few kids. Liam Delap, play him.
Yeah, I get the feeling that Riyad Mahrez will want to play, and I'll tell you the logic. He's got 6 goals, Theo, in this tournament. He wants the golden boot. He'd love to score 2 more. He's magnificent at the moment.
I reckon Raheem Sterling will play, rested in the Manchester derby. This game will probably be 3-0 to City, and I'm sorry for boring you. There's not going to be an upset. Do you agree?
I do agree, but it depends what team is picked, because like I said, if they pick a second team, it could be 2-1 or 1-0. I'm going for 3-0.
It doesn't matter. Fugazi, City will still go through.
But Theo, if I was a gambling man, I would not bet on this game for that reason.
And finally,
Real Madrid.
PSG.
Top of the Spanish league.
Top of the French league. The big one.
It's enormous. In fact, it's so big that I need to take a lie down. What's going to happen here, Theo?
I'm here to comfort you, Thogdad. You're wearing white for Real Madrid. Are you going to back them or something?
It's got a sort of Bolton-y logo, but I know what you mean, because the first leg, Theo, what a game that was. 94th minute, wasn't it? That man, Kylian Mbappe, little bit of magic.
Produced the goods, shall we say.
But
important goal, now looking back, as form has changed, we'll get into it. We'll dive into that a little bit more. Very important. It breeds PSG a little bit of relief. Because imagine it was 0-0. Real Madrid would just need 1 goal and sit back, and that was it. Mbappe, what a player. Is he the best player in the world right now?
I think he could well be, along with Mo Salah, Theo, but Real Madrid, let's not sleep on them. They've won this tournament 13 times. They are the daddies of the Champions League. Theo, there's one player I want to mention from Real Madrid in the first leg. Thibaut Courtois. He made an important penalty save, I remember.
He was incredible. How many saves did he make in that match?
8 saves, but one was from your goat from the penalty spot.
Outstanding. I actually think Messi's going to turn up this time. I know a lot of Ronaldo fanboys going to come for me in the comments. I'll get to that a bit. I've got to give it to Los Blancos. The last 3 games since that Champions League loss, they've bounced back with 3 wins. And that Real Sociedad game, Carlo Ancelotti went into a press conference and called it nearly perfect, the 4-1 win. So that's the sort of level Real Madrid are playing at right now. Benzema, Vinny Jr., Modric, Camavinga, they're all scoring, they're all on form at the moment. I just feel like it's coming together for Los Blancos.
Yeah, but what was the game plan in that first game? Because Benzema and Vinny Jr. didn't have any shots between them.
They simply got it wrong. And they should be thankful that PSG didn't convert more.
Yeah.
Messi missed the penalty. On another day, he scores that. Once it's 2 or 3, you're looking in the Bernabeu and thinking it's probably not possible. It's up for grabs for both teams. PSG could turn up with the likes of Neymar, Mbappe, Messi all fit, but Real Madrid have a really good side, top of La Liga for a reason. Just to give you a little fact on how Real Madrid are at home, they haven't lost at the Bernabeu since September. I know they're playing the most expensive team in the world, but they're ready for it.
Certainly, Theo. But let's talk a little bit about PSG and start in a place that's not obvious. Marco Verratti, Theo. His stats from the first leg were brilliant. 123 touches, 92% accurate passes, and 6 key passes. You need him in the team, don't you?
Don't get me wrong. That is all very special, Thogden. But have you looked at PSG's form right now?
Yeah.
They lost to Nice.
Yeah.
And Guiri, the guy I've got a shirt of in the cupboard, you've seen it in some of my videos, he wound up Neymar at the end, did a little Neymar flick, and he was like pushing and shoving him. They also lost to Nantes as well.
Yeah.
It's bad. PSG have lost 2 of their 3 recent matches. They haven't had a good warm-up for the big UCL night.
They are vulnerable. When it's Champions League week, it's very different. Now, Messi, we talked about him missing the penalty. I've got to admit, though, he was very lively in that first leg. Yeah. And he's becoming more of a provider, isn't he, than a goal scorer.
This is what I mean. Ronaldo currently is falling out with his manager, and he's meant to be ill, but really he's just falling out, not playing for his club. Yeah. Whilst Messi, at least he's settling there a little bit more. He's the tinker man of PSG. He's the creator. I wouldn't say he's on the level of carrying, but what he will do is always provide key passes, big chances created, and he might pop up with the goal. He's not a flop like some of your goats. And I know the fanboys will come for me, but I'm going to go out there on a limb and say that PSG are going to come and win 3-2. It will be a late Messi penalty, 93rd minute, Panenka, to send PSG through, and it's going to create carnage at the Bernabeu. His old enemies, they meet again. Messi is laughing.
Wow, tell you what, Neymar came on late, didn't he? But it was his little back heel that set up the goal. And I've got to talk more about Mbappe because I thought he was brilliant in that first leg.
You can.
7 shots, Theo, 6 dribbles. He's such a live wire. Like you say, one of the best 2 or 3 players in the world.
Yeah, but the problem is, usually at this level, Champions League away games, they've not won any of the last 4. Drawn 2, lost 2. Is that a statistic that really scares you?
I just look at the team sheets, Theo. I'm going to sort of agree with you, Theo, and say Real Madrid 1, PSG 2.
Why? You're backing PSG?
I think PSG will win in 90 minutes.
Is that because their team is just too good?
Yes, it is. It really is.
Who's getting the winner for you? Come on, read it out as I say it. Come on. Who's getting the winner?
It's going to be a man called Kylian Mbappe.
What? No! You're a mug! Change it. Cut it out. Josh, out. I'm leaving this video. I want 15k likes. If we get 15k likes, Messi's going to score the winner.
And Real Madrid are going home to Spain with only their bus fare.
Yeah, but all jokes aside, before I do leave, I want to see 4 predictions in the comments. Anybody that gets all 4 right, we'll hire you because we need your ball knowledge. But also, we'll shout you out on a live stream. Shall we do that?
Can't wait. And I cannot wait for these games.
Oh, mate, these games are decided. They're going to be crackers. We're going to bring you some content for it. Hopefully, we'll be at one of the games on Wednesday. But I haven't got a ticket yet, so no promises. Just have notifications on the channel. The video's going to be insane. See you in a bit. Tuesday live stream. Bye-bye.
See ya.